Please welcome Boys and Girls Clubs of San Francisco's president, Rob Connolly, to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Precious Diego, thank you for welcoming everyone. Thank you for coming back, representing our Youth of the Year alum. Great to see you both. Great to know how well you both are doing. Today, as you all know, we're here to celebrate 9 outstanding young people. And we are thrilled that you all made time in your day to be with us to celebrate these young people and to celebrate the work of Boys and Girls Clubs of San Francisco. I want to thank and welcome our Board of Governors, our trustees, our emeritus board members, our board alum, our Next Gen Leadership Council. Across these groups, we have 56 representatives. A special recognition to Sanjay Banker, our board chair. Welcome to him. A big thank you to Charles Schwab and Company, who are in this group over here, for being the presenting sponsor again this year. A warm welcome to all the Schwabies, and in particular, a welcome to Stacy Hammond, the Chief Marketing Officer, who we are looking forward to having join our board later this year. I want to recognize our reception sponsor, LBA Realty, and in particular, Don Shaver, our former board chair, who's over in the table over here, as well as his partner, Dave Thomas. They're both do a great job of advocating within LBA, and they're both very generous as individuals. A big thank you to our 3 event chairs, so Heather Childs, who you'll hear from later, Julian Eisen, and Eli Weiss. You all did an amazing job of filling the room, raising money. We really appreciate you all. I'm really excited to have the Warriors represented today, the Giants, the Valkyries, and Bay FC. Having these 4 sports teams support us is terrific, and we are really, really excited about the growth in women's sports. For the girls at the club, for my own 2 girls, it is just awesome to see how sports has taken off with women. I'm also really excited to recognize and thank the Guardsmen. Their support each year is just outstanding. Without the Guardsmen's support, Camp Mendocino would not be possible. We have 2 tables of Guardsmen here, plus we have several Guardsmen who are spread across the room who serve on our Board of Governors. The relationship is one of the oldest and most important relationships that our organization has. I want to recognize the selection committee. So there's a group of folks who come together to select who our Youth of the Year is. And this happened about a week ago. And so a few of us, very few, know who today's citywide Youth of the Year is going to be. So that group had Yurette Bayo, who you heard earlier mentioned. She was an alum of the Youth of the Year program, so we always have an alum on the selection committee. So Yurette, thank you. She was the 2019 Youth of the Year from the Mission Clubhouse. We had Troy D'Amico, who represented the Next Gen Leadership Council. We always have someone from that group. And then we had 4 other really great selection committee members, Lauren Weiss, Katie Markov, and Mai Lee Nguyen Adams. So thank you all for your careful consideration and your thoughtfulness in the process. Happy to have several representatives from city government. Our president of the Board of Supervisors from District 8, where our Columbia Park Clubhouse is, Raphael Mandelman. Raphael, thank you for being here. Supervisor Cheyenne Chen from District 11, thank you for joining us today. As you'll see in a second, we have Youth of the Year events that happen all throughout the month of January at clubhouses, and we celebrate young people of all ages, and you'll see more of that in a minute. And a bunch of supervisors come out for those events, including Supervisor Mandelman, Supervisor Walton, Supervisor Mahmood, Supervisor Fielder, and Supervisor Chen. So thank you for coming out, recognizing our young people in their clubhouse, and it was just always great to sort of have city government recognize the work of the Boys and Girls Club. As well, I want to recognize staff from Supervisor Dorsey's office and staff from DA Brooke Jenkins' office. Now to the guests of honor. I want to recognize, appreciate, and honor our 9 Youth of the Year. I have had the good fortune of working with each of you, and I have loved every minute of it. The opportunity to spend time with you, to support you in finding and articulating your story is by far my favorite thing I get a chance to do each year. So Majestic, Inelda, Kathy, Yazira, Imogen, Leslie, Lisette, Jacino, and Janelle. This is your moment. Enjoy it. You've worked really hard to get to this point. You were all convinced at the beginning of this program, as we were together up at Camp Mendocino in October, that you couldn't get up in front of a room this big and speak and tell your story, and now you are about to. My encouragement is to stop long enough to enjoy it, right? These launches go fast. Pause, enjoy it, take it in. You are being celebrated today. Never forget that you can do hard things. And when you doubt yourself in the future, remember today and your journey to today. To all of you in the room and those on the live stream, I've said this before and I'll say it again, probably again and again. Don't feel sorry for these young people. That is not what today is about in any way. Be proud of them, root for them, believe in them. And please, make decisions in your lives that make their lives better, not more difficult. A huge thanks to our staff. Staff at the clubs and at camp provide the opportunities kids need to realize their full potential. Boys and Girls Club is the connective tissue between kids and their education, between kids and their communities. The club links young people to jobs and teaches them about career opportunities that they may enjoy. We provide experiences around the community and outside of San Francisco, and these things expand kids' horizons. And we inspire them to learn, to grow, to dream, to work hard, and then to go out and realize those dreams. Our city is way better off because the Boys and Girls Clubs has been here in this city since 1891, working with young people and supporting families. Later in the program, Heather Childs will come up and talk to you about supporting the club. I'll just tee that up by saying we will have a match of $50,000. We would love your support. Right? We are subtle in our asks here. We don't do any raise the paddle or anything else. We just simply ask, if you're moved by what you see, if you think the Boys and Girls Club matters, we ask you to consider supporting our organization. With that, I am going to get out of the way and let our 9 Youth of the Year shine. Thank you all for being here.